Now that we've run our select tool, we've managed to reduce our data set both by the number of fields that we're dealing with as well as the number of rows. And we have all of our data typed correctly, and now we have a good idea about what information is in each one of our fields or our columns. In this video, you're going to learn how to use these columns to compute net migration by age category. We're going to be using the formula tool to do so. So you can go ahead and find the formula tool. It's right next to the filter tool. Grab that and drag it onto your canvas. The formula tool is going to cause us to add a substantial number of columns to our data set. So we want to be mindful of this, and similar to how I used a Word document to help me with the select tool name, I have created a Word document for the filter or the formula tool as well. Here, each one of the columns that we are adding is already labeled. I was able to use the control replace function in Word to go ahead and make this process a little bit quicker. And I'm going to demonstrate this just like I did with the select tool for the first set, that all ages set. And then eventually I'm going to move on to continue this process so that you can visually see it, but I'm going to do so at an accelerated pace without any verbal interaction. To use or to configure the formula tool, we first need to tell it what it is that we'd like it to do, and in this case we're going to be adding a column. We have the column names in order over here on the worksheet, so I'm going to go ahead and Control C to copy that, and then I'm going to click on the Add Column, and I'm going to Control V to paste it. And then in the formula field, we could use either of these preset functions, particularly this X function, to identify our columns that we would like, but as you can see there's quite a number of these columns, so that's not going to be very efficient. So what we're going to stick to is we're just going to stick to typing the AA for all ages, and we're going to select the all ages number of returns in, and then we're going to subtract out the all ages number of returns out. We get to see a preview of what our data is going to look like based on the first row, and it's not surprising that it's rather large because that is for the entire state of Hawaii. And then we're going to go ahead and change our data type on this because we're subtracting one number to another number to say that it'll be a double. We will then go ahead and repeat this process for the net number of exemptions. So we copy and paste it. We again use our AA designation to identify the correct number of the correct fields that we're subtracting from each other. And then we make sure that we change our data type. We can then go ahead and do the same thing for the beginning year, which is designated by BY AGI. And computing the net here, we're going to get our AA, and then we're going to take our in and we're going to subtract out our out from this. So then we can go ahead and do double here. Similar to our state level file, we have not entered in our numbers yet for the years, the 15, 16, because we're going to go ahead and take the opportunity to convert this to a dollar value instead of thousands of dollars. So we can go ahead and select our AA beginning of year, and then we can multiply that by 1,000, which we know from our Excel file that the AGIs are reported in thousands of dollars. We can then go ahead and finish this by taking our net end of year AGI. And as you can see, the further you go through this process, the more numbers you're going to have for each one of these to select from. And then finally change our end of the year to thousands of dollars. I'm going to continue this process for the rest of the fields, but as I said, just for my own peace of mind, I'm going to go ahead and do this one formula per age grouping, and I'm going to do it without verbal interaction.